7:42, we're back on this Wednesday morning edition of Breakfast Television. This is footage from the world's toughest mudder competition. It happened in Las Vegas just last weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce you to the woman who placed second, as in second place for women in this competition, Vancouver's very own Allison Tai. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning.
I'm exhausted just reading about this story. I can't even imagine what this is like. So we've heard of the Tough Mudder competition, which is already bad enough. Explain to us what the world's toughest mudder competition is.
Well, the Tough Mudder is generally about a 10-mile course, and it's really, the focus is more on camaraderie rather than competition. So folks go out there and they help each other to complete a certain amount of obstacles and make it to the finish line. And basically, the world's toughest mudder is a 24-hour period that they set, 24 to 26 hours, and they've shortened the loop to 5 miles, and you do it as many times as you can in that 24-hour period. And instead of just being about finishing the event, they actually have prize categories for people that have completed the most miles and the team that has completed the most miles.
Okay, so just so we're on the same page, the Tough Mudder is already crazy enough. You do this on a loop nonstop for 24 hours until you basically pass out.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, do you sleep at all during this?
You don't. I mean, you can. There are certainly people that
cat nap or
do a
something?
few loops. You have tents, crawl into the tents, have a nap, and then come back out. But if you want to get the most out of yourself, you do not sleep.
Okay, so these are some photographs of you when you were doing this competition just last weekend. What is it like doing this for 24 hours? I mean, when you look at all the courses that you're doing, this is intense stuff.
It definitely is. I mean, when you get to the later parts of a 24-hour event like this, things like your grip, and you just get tired, and it's hard to generate the amount of sprint necessary to do certain obstacles, but you're not out there alone, and that's the point with Tough Mudder, is the more tired you get, the more people come together as a group, as a community, and help each other to get over these obstacles and help each other to get to that finish line.
When it comes to your training for something like this, I mean, this isn't something that you just wake up one morning and decide, oh, I'm going to go do the world's toughest mudder competition. Tell us about your training and how much work you put into this before you headed down to Las Vegas.
For sure. Well, I have a 9-month-old and a 3-year-old, so I do a lot of my training in the morning. So generally I'm out of bed around 5 o'clock in the morning, and my husband will watch the kids in case they wake up. Luckily, they're both fairly late sleepers. And then usually I run to the gym, do a workout, come back. So I've put in probably a half marathon on most days and about an hour of high-intensity interval training. And then later in the day, maybe we'll go for a little jog with the kids in the stroller to get to the aquarium or whatever.
Now, I've heard that you also do your regular grouse grinder, and you bring the kids in tow for this. Is this correct?
I do. I strap the 3-year-old to my back and then put my 9-month-old on my front.
Are you kidding me right now?
And yeah, we play I Spy and you know, sing songs all the way up the grouse grind. I'm sure we look like a bunch of crazy people climbing up the grouse grind, strapped down with kids singing songs, but we have fun. It's our little family outing, and we're submerged in nature and enjoying each other's company. So,
okay.
And I get a good leg workout.
So I bet you do. That's an understatement. Back to the Las Vegas competition. There were 1,200 people that signed up for this, and the conditions are extreme, to say the least. I mean, you're in the middle of a desert. What were the conditions like?
Well, at first they were lovely, perfect Las Vegas weather, and that's kind of the way that the weather people at least said that it was gonna be. And come nightfall, a sandstorm hit. I guess the wind gusts were about 100 miles an hour kind of thing, and just blowing sand right in your eyes. You couldn't see 2 feet ahead of you, and it was just really burning the eyes and the lungs. Something that I've never experienced, obviously, being from Canada. We don't get this, but it was a lot like the cold. Your face just really stung. You know, you couldn't really open your eyes.
But how do you deal with these kind of conditions when you're on like the 24-hour cycle?
You just I squinted and kept on putting one foot ahead of the other and hoping that I'm going the right way. The course marking started blowing down and things, so it was a good thing that we had some, practice laps before the sandstorm kicked up, so we at least knew where we were going without all the markings.
Now, you're a running coach. You've inspired a lot of people locally here in Vancouver. If someone is watching right now and they're thinking, you know what, that's something I'd really like to aspire to do at some point, what's your advice for anyone wanting to do something like this down the road?
Just to go out and do it, especially if you're looking at doing a Tough Mudder style event. People are out there to help you. There's a lot of veterans out there that are willing to share tips, even pick you up and help you to get over that 12-foot wall wall or whatever. So you're never going to be out there by yourself, and just, go out, do it, and trust that the community is going to help you to achieve your goal. And if you're excited, if you're scared, all the more reason to do it.
But is it more practical to think sort of short-term versus long-term with your running goals?
I think it's good to think long-term, but then to break it down into those short goals so that it is more achievable and it keeps you motivated, right, to strive for that eventual big goal.
Well, an amazing story. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Second place is very impressive. The world's second toughest female mudder right here from Vancouver. Allison Tai, thanks for being with us. YoMamaSoFit.com if you'd like to check out her website for more information.